Welcome to BookTone. Here on our channel, we bring you powerful book summaries and timeless wisdom to transform your thinking and your life. Today, we are diving into Chapter 9 of the life-changing book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. This chapter holds the secrets to unlocking abundance and wealth through the power of your subconscious mind. So sit back, relax, and let the wisdom flow into your mind. In Chapter 9 of The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, Dr. Joseph Murphy unfolds the profound truth that wealth is not merely a physical state, but a deeply rooted mental condition shaped by the thoughts, beliefs, and emotional attitudes stored in our subconscious mind, and that by aligning our internal beliefs with prosperity, we can magnetize our external world to reflect abundance in all its forms. He begins by debunking the notion that seeking wealth is greedy or wrong, explaining that money is a neutral force that takes on the character of its holder. And just as we breathe air or drink water without guilt, so too should we embrace the flow of money in our lives as a natural and spiritual expression of abundance meant to be shared, multiplied, and utilized for the greater good of ourselves and society, emphasizing that our subconscious mind responds not to wishful thinking or desperate longing, but to calm, consistent belief. When we feel poor, speak poor, and think in terms of lack, our subconscious obediently reproduces these conditions, while the person who persistently affirms and visualizes wealth, abundance, and prosperity without contradiction begins to generate opportunities, insights, and actions that align with those outcomes. And Murphy illustrates this through compelling anecdotes, like the story of a man who repeated the phrase, "I like money. I use it wisely, constructively, and judiciously. Money is constantly circulating in my life. I release it with joy, and it returns to me multiplied in a wonderful way." And within weeks, his financial struggles began to fade, not because magic occurred, but because his inner mental resistance dissolved, allowing his subconscious to direct his behavior and attract ideas and people conducive to prosperity. Murphy emphasizes that envy, resentment, and criticism of wealthy individuals not only block the flow of wealth into our own lives, but also reinforce our subconscious belief that wealth is unattainable or morally wrong, and that harboring such attitudes is like planting weeds in the garden of our minds while expecting roses to bloom. He suggests replacing them with thoughts of blessing and goodwill towards those who have wealth, affirming that their success is proof of what's possible, and understanding that the universe has enough abundance for all. Furthermore, Murphy outlines the importance of forgiveness and mental cleansing as prerequisites to receiving wealth, teaching that guilt, regret, or deep emotional wounds can act as subconscious blocks, causing us to unconsciously sabotage our financial progress through fear, procrastination, or misplaced humility, and encourages readers to regularly affirm statements like, "I forgive myself. I am worthy of wealth. I release all past errors and open myself to prosperity now," reinforcing that self-worth and self-acceptance are fundamental pillars of wealth consciousness. Moving into practical applications, Murphy advises readers to engage in daily affirmations and mental imagery, where they vividly picture themselves living the life they desire, already in possession of the wealth they seek, experiencing the emotions, details, and sensations as if it were real, and allowing these mental blueprints to sink into the subconscious, which in turn will orchestrate the means through which such experiences manifest, whether by nudging one to take a course, start a business, invest in an opportunity, or simply notice patterns that were once overlooked. Because once the mind is convinced of a truth, it seeks to prove itself right in the world of form. The chapter also dismantles the myth of hard work being the sole route to wealth, asserting that while action is necessary, it must be inspired, joyful action stemming from inner alignment, rather than stressful effort born from fear or competition, and that many who labor endlessly remain poor not due to lack of effort, but because their inner conversations contradict their outer goals, leading the subconscious to preserve the status quo. Hence, Murphy insists on the necessity of mental reprogramming through repetition, visualization, gratitude, and emotional conviction. He encourages the use of simple yet powerful prosperity affirmations such as wealth flows to me freely, joyously, endlessly. I am open and receptive to the flow of financial prosperity. Every day, in every way, I am becoming more prosperous. And points out that such statements, when charged with emotion and repeated with belief, bypass the conscious filter and embed themselves in the subconscious, which then responds through altered behavior, intuition, confidence, and circumstances. Murphy also emphasizes the power of gratitude as a magnetic force, explaining that when we feel grateful for the wealth we have, even if minimal, we send a powerful message of sufficiency to the subconscious, which then creates more to be grateful for, likening this to tuning a radio to a particular frequency. When we vibrate with thankfulness, we attract more blessings on that wavelength. He cautions against comparing oneself to others or fixating on the illusion of scarcity, reminding readers that each individual supply is limitless when aligned with the creative intelligence within, and that competition, jealousy, and fear of lack are the greatest enemies of true wealth. The chapter also urges readers to be generous and circulate money with joy, not fear, for hoarding or giving reluctantly signals to the subconscious that money is scarce and must be clutched tightly, whereas joyful giving reinforces the belief in abundance and opens the flow for more to enter. In closing, Murphy declares that wealth is a divine right, not a privilege of the few, and that our subconscious mind, when properly guided, becomes the most faithful and tireless servant in manifesting this reality, provided we feed it only thoughts of prosperity, self-worth, gratitude, and success. Thus, by mastering our inner world and removing mental obstacles, anyone can become a channel for infinite abundance, attracting money and opportunities not through chance or manipulation, but through the natural law of belief and alignment, and that wealth is ultimately not a matter of luck or inheritance, but a reflection of what we habitually hold to be true in the deepest recesses of our minds, waiting to be claimed by those who dare to believe they are worthy of it. If you found value in this journey, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and hit that subscribe button along with the bell icon, so you never miss another life-changing chapter. This is BookTone, where books find a voice and you find your path.